Hey, this is Tony here with Salt Strong, and in this video I want to talk about the pros and cons of the gulp peeler crabs. These are a really overlooked bait. A lot of anglers end up purchasing them and then just leaving them in their tackle box, not even opening the package. And I think that's highly due to the fact that they are kind of confusing to rig, but they're actually really simple to rig. All you need is a jig head, and you just poke that jig head through the back of the body and then up through the top, so the hook point is out of the top of the body. And also you can rig it through the side the same way, just poke that jig head through the side. Again, hook point coming out from the top of the bait. And these work really great for redfish and black drum, especially if you come across a school of those fish, because you can simply just toss this out in front of the school, let it sit there until the school gets close, and then just slowly start to drag it, get those fish's attention, and they'll most likely pick it up. So first off, what I really like about these baits is the scent. Gulp makes a really good scent that slowly releases into the water, and the fish really pick up on it. I've used the gulp jerk shad and the gulp shrimp just by casting it out and letting it sit there practically like it's cut bait, and have had fish pick it up. I actually had a 40-inch redfish pick up the gulp jerk shad that I just cast out, let it sit there. So you can do the same thing with these gulp peeler crabs, especially since they are crabs, so they kind of imitate that crab pattern where crabs just kind of sit there in the water and then they slowly move around. They don't move around too much, they don't twitch around a lot, so you just simply drag these along the bottom or just cast them out and let them sit. Also, these can work really well in the surf, so if you're surf fishing, pick up a pack of these and you can put them on your hooks. If you're fishing from pompano, black drum, or redfish out in the surf, these can be a really good bait for that as well. Now, one last thing that I really like about the gulp crabs is the durability. Out of all the other gulp products that seem to have gone downhill as far as the durability goes, it seems like they're a lot softer than they used to be, and they really fall apart after a few fish, or even just after a couple casts. They seem to be falling apart. The gulp crabs are really tough. They're very thick, so they don't seem to fall apart as easily. So if you hook into a fish, there's a good chance you can reuse that same soft plastic for another fish, especially if you're fishing around a school and you don't want to waste too much time having to put a new soft plastic or a new lure on. So durability seems to be a lot tougher than the other gulp products. So lastly, I want to talk about what I don't like about the gulp peeler crabs, and it's really only one thing, and that's the ability for you to cast them very well. They don't cast very well just because of their shape. They're also very lightweight, so when you cast them out, they end up spinning in the air and helicoptering and flopping around, so you don't get a long, accurate cast with these. Now, you can add a heavy weight if you want to, just to get a better cast, but what I recommend doing is just making sure you have the wind to your back so that you get a nice, long, accurate cast with these. So that will wrap up this video on the pros and cons of the gulp peeler crabs. If you have any questions or comments, or perhaps you have some experience using these and want to share those stories, definitely leave them down below in the comment section. Also, be aware that lures are very important in catching fish. However, the most important thing is actually finding fish, figuring out what type of structure those fish are hiding in, given the time of year, time of day, tides, weather conditions. All those little factors come into play. So you really have to know what you're looking for when you get out there on the water. If you're interested in learning more about how to catch more fish basically in less time, and we guarantee that, definitely check out the Salt Strong Fishing Club at saltstrongclub.com. So thanks for watching. Until then, I'll see you on the next video.